Hi, it's Stephanie, and this screener is in response to a question that I received regarding how I published the site stephanieharnett.ca to the web. Now, if you recall, this site was created using PowerPoint and Articulate, Presenter and Engage as well. So here I have it open in PowerPoint, and it was developed in PowerPoint 2007, though I'm using actually PowerPoint 2010 here just to show you this. But anyway, stephanieharnett.ca, and I'm on slide number 32, which happens to be the demo section of the site. So all I did basically is, once the site was complete, I just clicked the Publish button from the Articulate menu, and it came up with the normal published choices. Here I selected Web, and I generically called it Published, and then the template I used is Chromeless Player, which I purchased from James Kingsley, and that basically is just a skin that removes all the outward visible navigation. I then chose Publish. Then once it finished publishing, and let's kind of go over to my working folders here. You can see I've got at a folder called Stephanie Harnett Website, and within there is a bunch of folders. Here's the PowerPoint file that contains the actual website, and then here's the published folder. That's the folder that was just created through the publishing process. Post-publish are files that I manually copy into the published folder after I finish publishing, and then the interactions folder is where all the original Engage interactions are located. So let's first go under Published. So if I go to Published, you can see that this is very familiar. These are the 3 root level items that you get when you web publish out of Articulate. The player.html file, I manually changed this file just slightly. I changed the title as well as the meta information just so it describes my business and my website. And once I made that change, I also renamed this file to be index.html. That way, when people go to stephanieharnett.ca, it's going to fire up index.html automatically, and they're going to go right to the kind of home page of the website. Now, under the data folder in SWF, you can see a number of files here. There's a bunch of SWF files that start with FM_. Each one of these files are an Engage interaction. And so what I had to do here is, because I chose to manually insert an interaction, now let's pop back over to the website for a second, to the PowerPoint. You can see here on slide number 33, I manually inserted an Engage interaction by choosing Flash Movie and selecting the SWF file from the published Engaged output. That allows me to size that file however I want on the screen, versus if I click Engage Interaction and it takes the full screen. So I chose a Flash Movie, and because I did that, what will happen is Articulate during the publishing process will create these FM_ files for each one of the Engage interactions, but you have to manually copy the associated content folder for that interaction. So let's take a step back over to the root of my working folders. I have a folder called Interactions. So that's where all the original source files are for each Engage interaction. Each interaction has a published folder, and in that folder is the SWF and as well as a content folder. So essentially what I did is I grabbed all the content folders for each one of those interactions, and I copied them into a folder called Post-Publish. There I renamed them to match the same naming conventions that Articulate gave the published output. I then copied each one of these folders, and then I copied those directly into the published data SWF directory. So once I did that, the names for the content folders now match the names of the SWF files that represent each Engage interaction. And from there, I was able then to copy right from the root folder of published these 3 files over to my web hosting facility, and stephanieharnett.ca was then live. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully I didn't make that any more confusing than necessary, but those are the steps that I went through, and hopefully you find that helpful. Thanks.